This is not a YouTube set. Welcome to my office.
Nostradamus predictions about the rise of an Islamic empire in the last days. First, here is an older translation you may be familiar with, but it is made much clearer in the newer translation given shortly. The Rhodians will demand relief, through the neglect of its heirs abandoned. The Arab Empire will reveal its course, the cause set right again by Hesperia. C4, Q39, here is a modern translation, the people of Rhodes will demand help, forsaken by neglect of their heirs. The Arab Empire will slack its course, its cause revived again by Spain. Rhodes was invaded by the Ottomans in 1522 and finally obtained relief in 1912 when it was freed by the Italians and was eventually returned to the domain of Greece. Notice that this passage predicts the decline of the Ottoman Empire, and that it will be revived. It will not be revived by the West but because of the West, which refers to it reviving to conquer the Western nations. Spain was once conquered by Muslims and then reconquered, but it was never in the control of the Ottomans. Perhaps Spain will call for the revival of the Ottoman Empire in order for Turkey to be allowed to control the chaos of the Islamic nations of the Middle East and North Africa. In another prophecy, Nostradamus predicted that a Muslim in the Middle East will rise to invade Europe and bring terror to all humanity, which means he will be a global terrorist and he may be the leader of the coming Islamic Empire. One who the infernal gods of Hannibal will cause to be reborn, terror of mankind, never more horror nor worse of days in the past than will come to the Romans through Babel. C2Q30. Hannibal was what we would call the arch-enemy of the Romans. He devoted his life to fighting them. This passage indicates that those who live in the same region where he lived will rise to attack Italy again. Hannibal lived in what is today Tunisia, a Muslim nation between Libya and Algeria. All those nations were once part of the Ottoman Empire. Therefore, it refers to the rebirth of the Islamic Empire. The words "never more horror" indicates that this will take place during World War III and may indicate nuclear war. The words "nor worse days" probably refers to the Great Tribulation. Notice also that the people spoken of will bring terror, the very word we use to describe these people today. Terrorists. Babel is located in present-day Iraq, a Muslim nation, and its mention here indicates that Iraq will be aligned with those in North Africa that invaded Italy and other European nations. Out of the country of Greater Arabia shall be born a strong master of Mohammedan law. He shall vex Spain and conquer Grenada. And by sea shall come to the Italian nation. C5, Q55. This passage indicates that someone from the Middle East, near or in Saudi Arabia, will lead an army to conquer Spain and other nations in Europe. So these passages of Nostradamus support my interpretation of Bible prophecy. Read more at my website.
Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.